Hi, welcome to Extend on Demand. My name is Lucy. Today I'll be taking you through a 30-minute stretch class. All you need today is your mat and we'll get started. No other props are needed. Come down onto your mat and we'll get going. Just starting sitting in a cross-legged position if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise you can kneel if that doesn't feel so nice on your hips. Just starting with your hands on your knees, and we're just going to take some seated cat-cows to start with and find our breath. Inhaling, press the chest forward, lift the chin towards the ceiling. Exhale, curl through your spine, chin to chest, draw your belly button out the back. Inhale, press the chest forward, lift the chin to the ceiling. Exhale, curl it through, chin to chest. Let's take a few more of these in your own time, working with the timing of your own breath, just starting to feel that mobilization through your spine. If you'd like to close down your eyes while you get moving, feel free to go for that. And just really focus on your breath flowing in and out of your body, bringing your awareness onto your mat. Forgetting about everything else around you for these 30 minutes. Let's go one more. Inhale, press the chest forward. Exhale, curl it through, round those shoulders. And then coming back a neutral position halfway in between. Nice lengthened spine, crown of the head towards the sky. We're going to take our left hand onto our right knee. Circle your right hand around to the back, opening the chest. Getting that rotation through our spine and our upper thoracic here. Try and keep your sit bones nice and firm down onto your mat. And just breathe here. If it feels okay, you can turn your head further to look back over that right shoulder. Try and keep those back fingertips nice and light off the floor. You can use that hand on your knee to give you that little bit of assistance, pulling that torso further around if it feels all right. And just remembering through this whole series, only going as far as feels okay for your body, finding your own range of motion, bringing yourself back through center. We go to the other side, right hand over left knee, circle that left hand around the back, lifting tall out of the hips, crown of the head reaching to the sky. Shoulders down away from ears if it feels okay, looking back over that left shoulder, using that hand on your knee for that little bit of extra assistance to get just a little bit further around. One more breath in. As you exhale, circling it back around. I'm going to get some side to side motion now. So taking your left hand onto the mat by your side, right fingertips reach up and over, lengthening through the side of the body. Nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, we cartwheel through the air over to the other side. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Now really think about both sit bones drawing deep into the mat here, finding your own pace of movement. Reach long through those fingertips as you go up and over, and then reach further to the other side. We want to find length down through the side of the body, through the arm. And just find that side to side motion through our spine. Sit bones growing heavier to the floor. Let's go one more each side. And coming back through the center, just relax those arms. Give your shoulders a little roll down. Make sure those shoulder blades are nice and settled down. You can pop your hands wherever is comfortable. Just going to move into the neck here. So left earlobe dropping towards left shoulder. And just try and find length through the right side of the neck. Try and think about that right shoulder drawing further away from the earlobe. If it feels okay, you can take that left hand, pop it around the side of the head to give it that gentle little pull down closer to the shoulder, deepening into that right side of the neck. Just be really gentle if that hand is on your head, not pulling too hard here. And then just adjusting, turn your head on a little angle, chin down towards your armpit. You can still have your hand on your head, giving it that little pull down, chin on that angle towards your chest now, and you'll feel that stretch. Just move slightly around the back, more towards the spine. On your next exhale, releasing the hand, return the head to neutral. We go to the other side, right earlobe to right shoulder. We just find that length down the left side of the neck first. Think about that left shoulder pulling down in opposition, away from the corresponding ear. When you're ready, if you'd like to intensify, that right hand goes on top of the side of the head to give it that little extra pull down to the side. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Shoulders down and relaxed. Then easing that grip on your head as you turn the head on a little angle, chin down towards your armpit. And then the hand can re-engage to pull the head down. If that's too much, just remove your hand from your head. On your next exhale, release the hand from the head, bring the head back up to neutral. Just taking a bit of rotation in that neck now, turning the head, looking over that left shoulder, keeping the chin away from the shoulders, just looking straight ahead, and then turning, looking over the other side. Only turning the head as far as feels okay for your neck. We'll just move side to side here. Think long through the spine, lifting up out of those hips, and go one more on each side. And last one. Bringing your head back to neutral. Taking your hands in front of you, we're going to interlace those fingers and pull the backs of the hands away from our chest. So your palms will be facing towards you, and we want to think about creating space between the shoulder blades, like you're trying to wrap the shoulder blades around the back of your rib cage, making as much space in between them as you can. If it feels okay, to take a little tuck of the chin towards the chest. We should feel some nice length up through the very top of the spine as it meets our skull here. Still thinking long thoughts up out of those hips. If it starts to get a bit too intense, just ease off for a second and then re-engage. See if you can stretch just that little bit further. And then softening those elbows, we take them the other direction. So your hands are going to come behind you, interlace the fingers behind you, and then pull the backs of the hands down towards the floor. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see that. Really think about opening up through the fronts of the shoulders this time. Collarbones pulling out to the sides. If it feels okay, you can take a slight little lift of the chin, pull it forward and up. So less about your skull dropping back towards your shoulders. Think more about pulling your chin towards the front of your space and a little bit up. One more deep breath as you exhale, just soften those hands, bringing them back around. We're going to come down all the way onto our mat now. So in whatever way is comfortable for you, we're going to lie all the way down onto our back. Just bring those feet in onto the floor for the time being. About hip distance apart or whatever feels comfortable for you. Just take the hands out on a little diagonal to either side. We're just going to take a little windscreen wiper motion with those knees so that the knees drop over to the left. Right pelvis will lift up. Get that little rotation through the lower back. So try and keep your shoulder blades and your upper back on the mat nice and even. Chest straight to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll lift up through the center and go to the other side. If your hips are a little bit tight and you feel like you need to take your feet further apart, absolutely go for it. And only take your knees over as far as your lower back feels okay with the motion. If that means that your knees just go off on a little diagonal but are still in the air and they don't make it all the way to the floor, that's absolutely fine. Find the range of motion that works for you. And we're just going to start taking it from side to side. Still think about both shoulder blades evenly down onto your mat. And just moving through that lower part of the body, hips and knees, getting that little rotation. And then we're going to come back up through center. Crossing your left ankle over your right knee. Let the left knee drop out to the side. Flex through the left toes. We want to find that external rotation from that left hip. And then only if available, hands are going to go through the right thigh to bring that shape of the leg in towards your body. Lots of things to think about here. So we want to keep those left toes nice and flexed to keep the support through that raised ankle. We want to keep that left knee drawing as much out to the side as we can to open the hip. And we want to think about keeping our spine nice and long down along the mat rather than tucking the pelvis under. Really think about an almost oppositional feeling of trying to push your pelvis away while your hands help to hug your thighs towards your body. If you'd like to make it a little bit more intense, you can take the hands around the front of that right shin to get those legs a bit closer to you, or you can take your left hand, pop it on the inside of your left knee to give it that little push out to the side if what you need is more rotation from the hip. We just take a couple more breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Gently popping your right foot back down on the floor. Bring your left knee into your chest. Just settle that femur bone into the hip socket. So there should be no muscles having to hold your leg there. Just let it settle into place. Then when you're ready, you can send those left toes up to the sky. Hands can come around your thigh, your calf or ankle, wherever they naturally reach to. We want to start to feel a stretch up through the back of that left leg. Again, try and think about keeping your pelvis nice and firm down on that mat. We take a flex and a point through those left extended toes. So really feel the articulation through the ankle, press out through the heel as the toes flex to your face, and then stretch long through the top of the ankle, pointing those toes up to the sky. If you'd like to make it a little bit more intense, that right leg can extend out along the mat. Try and keep the length through that raised left leg though. So if you have to bend your left knee to be able to extend your right leg onto the floor, just keep that right foot in on the floor in place and really find the length behind the left knee here. Picking a point or a flex, whichever feels best for you. We just take a couple of breaths holding that flex or point as you exhale each time. See if you can bring that left leg just a little bit closer in towards you, intensifying into that stretch. You might move your hands up a little bit. One more inhale. As you exhale, soften that left knee, bring it back into your chest. Just give it a little wiggle around. And then placing that left foot down on the floor. Going to the other side, right ankle over left knee. Right knee drops out to the side. Find that external rotation from the hip socket. Flex those right toes, support the ankle. Then if available, only hands through the left thigh. Bring that shape of the legs in towards you. Keeping tailbone and pelvis down on your mat. Hug that left thigh a little bit closer to intensify through the right glute. Again, there's options to make it a bit more intense. Hands around the front of the left shin, or right hand onto the inside of the right knee to give it that gentle press away out to the side to get deeper into that open of the hip. And just breathing here. Feeling that little push away of the pelvis as you hug the legs closer. One more breath. As you exhale, gently lowering that left foot back down onto the floor. Uncross your right ankle, hug that right knee into your chest, and we just get that little bit of movement, settle the thigh bone into the hip socket. Just let it fall into place. When you're ready, right toes extend long to the sky, hands can go around the thigh, calf or ankle. Settle those sit bones down onto your mat, try and relax through the upper body. And then we take a point and a flex through those right toes, concentrating on the length through the back of the right knee. Stretching along the top of the ankle as you point, finding the calf release as you flex out those toes and push the heel to the sky. If you'd like it, you can extend on, send the left leg along the mat. Again, if that means you have to bend the extended leg up to the sky, just keep that foot in on the floor. If you're like me, you've got very tight hamstrings, I prefer to have my leg bent in, but of course, do what feels right for your body. When you're ready, holding a flex or a point, whichever feels best for you, we take a few more breaths here. Each exhale brings that leg just a little bit closer, deepening into that hamstring release down the back of the thigh. One more breath. As you exhale, softening that right knee, bringing it back to your chest. Just let that leg relax back out again. And then bringing both knees into your chest. We're going to get a bit more mobility into those hips now. Taking your hands onto your knees. Keep your right knee still. Your left knee is going to get pushed away from your chest, then circled around to the left side and bringing the knees back together. So we send that left knee away, circle it around, bring it back together. Now it's being moved by the hand that's holding it. So try and relax the legs as much as you can. Find as large a range of motion as feels okay, but that means you don't have to move your hips. So we're just wanting to isolate that femur inside our hip socket here. Let's go one more this direction, and we're going to reverse those circles. So instead of pushing it down, take it out to the side first, circle it down, bring it in. So we go out to the side, circle it around, and in. We'll go 3 more in this direction. Again, range of motion is yours. They could be smaller or they could be larger. Bringing that last one all the way in. This time keep your left knee still. Right knee goes away from you, around to the right side and in. Away, around to the side and in. We'll go 5 in each direction. Really think about stabilizing that pelvis as much as you can. Make it as slow as you need to, as small as you need to. This is my last one this direction. Go at whatever pace suits you, and then I'm going to reverse it so the knee drops out to the side first. It circles down and around and comes into the center. So I go out to the side, circle it around, and bring it back together. Keep the breath just flowing naturally here. Try and let the shoulders relax a little bit. And I bring the last one in. You can take one at a time here, alternating sides, or if it feels okay, take both away, circle them out in their opposite directions and bring them together. We're going to go 3 of those, or if that is just too much, take alternating left and right. And then let's go the other way, around and in. 2 more. And last one. Hugging those thigh bones in. We're just going to take a little rock from side to side, just massaging our lower back into our mat or our nice soft carpet. then coming back to center when you're ready. We're just going to extend our legs all the way out now. Nice long legs, and then send your arms up overhead. So we're thinking about elongating through the front of the body here. You can take a little arch of the back, little pop of the ribs. I want you to think about pulling your toes and your fingertips as far away from each other as they can be. Get a little stretch down the front of the tummy. And just really breathe deep into the lungs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Try and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Let's go one more breath. And exhale it all out. Bring your arms down by your sides. Then we're just going to flip over onto our tummy. Rolling over, just extending those legs. Hands are going to come by your shoulders. Now just listen to your lower back and how it feels here. We're going to take another little stretch into the front of the tummy. I'm going to push through the hands, lifting our chest up. Only go as far as feels okay for your lower back. That might mean you just lift up a couple of inches from the mat. You might go into a full back extension, tummy away from the floor. Just really finding length down the front of that tummy. Try and open the collarbones, little lift of the chin to the sky. If it doesn't feel good just holding that stretch, you can move in and out of it, lowering down and rippling up. Holding that last one just for a deep breath. And exhale. Bring it all the way back down. Coming up into a 4-point kneel. Knees are underneath your hips. Hands are underneath your shoulders. We're just going to take a little cat-cow here again. Inhale, lift chin to the sky, drop belly to the floor, glutes press back. Exhale, round through the belly to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, press the chest forward. Exhale, scoop it under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, scoop it under. Let's go one more. Really feel each vertebrae moving in turn. And then coming back to a neutral position halfway between those two. Going to turn and look over our right shoulder. Feel like you're drawing your right hip up towards your face. And then we come back to center. Turn your head, look over your left shoulder. Left hip pulls up towards your face. And then we start to move side to side. Getting that side to side motion again through the spine. Try and keep as neutral through the spine otherwise as you can. So try not to dip too much into the lower back or round the spine. Just keep it as flat as you can while going from side to side here. One more on the left. And bringing it back through neutral. Just sit back onto your heels, extend your arms long, reach long through those fingertips. So your thighs are fairly close together, about hip distance apart. This is a shell stretch, so we want to really think about making that round shape over the top of our thighs. Still relaxing through the head, neck and shoulders, same as you would in a child's pose. It's just instead of having your knees apart and pressing your chest in between, your thighs are underneath your chest and you're draped over the top of them. See if you can walk those fingertips just a little bit further away, still thinking about hips down towards your heels. We just take a few more breaths here, really settle into that pose. Length through the shoulder blades and the arms. When you're ready, tucking chin to chest, rolling up through the spine all the way to seated. Going to come back onto our bottoms. We're going to take the legs out in front of us. Point long through those toes, lift up out of the sit bones, lift your hands to the sky, big breath in. As you exhale, folding the body forward, reaching towards the front of the toes. Roll up through the spine, reach in, exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, roll up, reach, exhale, fold it forward. One last breath in. Exhale, fold it forward. Holding this one at the bottom. See if you can walk those fingertips just a little bit further forward. And then rolling up through the spine. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees come apart. You can hold onto the ankles, around the toes, whatever feels good for you. Just let your knees drop out to the sides naturally. They might be closer in, they might be all the way on the floor, doesn't matter. Work with what your body likes the feeling of. Lift up tall out of the hips, crown of the head lengthens to the ceiling. Only if it feels okay, you can hinge from the hips. Try and keep your spine as straight as you can. You might prefer to keep holding onto your feet or toes, or you might like to take your hands onto the floor in front of you to give you that little extra help to pull forward. We just want to feel this opening of the hips. We get a little stretch into the top of those inner thighs as well. Just breathing. Allowing those knees to just gently fall a little bit further out as we settle into this pose. When you're ready, gently sitting back up tall, use the hands underneath your knees to help them close in. Once again, send those legs out long. This time flex through your feet, lift up nice and tall, taking your left foot, pop it over your right knee onto the other side. Then you're going to hug in that left knee with your right arm, rotate the chest around, left fingertips reaching to the back of your space. Keep that extended legs foot nice and flexed, toes back towards you. Hug that left thigh towards you. Little press forward of the chest. Getting a rotation of the spine, also getting a bit of release up through that glute, also release out through that extended leg. So a lot happening here. It's a really great one to get a lot of release in one quick little pose. When you're ready, circle it back around. Unfold that leg, we go to the other side, right foot over left knee. Hug that right knee in with the left arm, rotate the chest around to the right. Try not to lean back into that back hand. Lift up nice and tall, keep flexing those front feet. Hug that right knee a little bit closer, little push forward of the chest. Nice open collarbones. And circling back to the front first, then underneath the foot. Taking a comfortable seat, whatever that might be for you. If you would like to lie down for this last little bit, feel free. Just going to take a last minute finding our own breath. I like to sit wherever you are, lying down or seated. You're going to bring left hand onto your chest, right hand onto your tummy. Closing your eyes if it feels okay to do so. And we're just settling into our breath. Let it flow naturally. You don't have to try and make it in any particular rhythm. Just breathing deeply, so really send the breath all the way down into the tummy. So feel it expand through your lungs, expanding those ribs, filling your tummy, and then exhaling it all out. Inhale, fully take it in. Exhale, breathe every last bit of air out. Taking notice of your heart beating underneath that left hand. Reminding yourself of all that your body does for you every single day. Let's go one more breath here. Exhale it all out. Let the hands just release down. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. That was your 30-minute stretch with Extend On Demand. I hope to see you next time, and hopefully you're feeling more lengthened and more mobile than you did 30 minutes ago. Thank you. See you soon.